泣く子はごとりに来る。体ごつごつ、ひばギザギザ。泣く子はごとりに来る。泣く子は毒はごとりに来る。
Ah, the time of the dinosaurs. The perfect place for giant lizards like me to come and relax. And the perfect place for my next review. Get ready everyone, for these are my thoughts on You Are Umasou. This has to be one of my favourite anime films of all time. You know, apart from The Cat Returns and Porco Rosso. You Are Umasou is a Japanese animated film based on a picture book. It's about a Maiasaura who finds a lost egg and decides to raise it as her own. But what emerges is a meat-eating Tyrannosaurus Rex, which she decides to raise as her own and calls Heart. I'm sorry, I can't resist it.
Oh, look how cute they are. They're so adorable with the little faces.
Sorry, I don't know what came over me. Anyway, after some time, Hart begins to question his nature when he hears a mother sloth singing a lullaby that is a warning to children to look out for big jaws, which is what they call the predators. When his instincts tell him to venture out of the forest and onto the plains, when he sees a pack of Tyrannosauruses hunt, kill, and eat a Triceratops. And this is where we meet the king of the plains, the one-eyed Tyrannosaurus named Baku. I'm sorry once again, I just can't help it. Look how huge Baku is! He's enormous! As soon as you see him, you just have to wonder, how did he get so big? How did he get his scar? And also, what's his interest in Heart? Baku tells Heart to go back to his mother, and Heart obviously obeys. He runs through the jungle not only horrified at what he saw, but excited as well. He finally reunites with his brother Light, but a big jaw named Gonza followed him. Gonza tries to tempt Heart back into being a big jaw, even going so far as to telling him to eat Light. And Heart responds by biting off Gonza's tail and eating it. Ooh, now that's gonna leave a mark. Unfortunately, this also shows Heart the deliciousness of meat. Fearing he might eat his own family, he runs away without saying goodbye. Which is understandable when you think about it. He left to protect his loved ones, even if it meant he never sees them again. Fast forward a few years, and Heart has grown into a very powerful Tyrannosaurus. He's even been able to take down a whole herd of Titanosaurs and be one step ahead of Gonza. Light has returned to the herd, but his mother doesn't join him because of her grief of losing Heart. Oh, I feel so sad for her. I really do. And then one day, Heart comes across an abandoned egg, which hatches in front of him, revealing a baby Ankylosaurus. Thinking it would be a tasty little snack, Heart says, "You are Umasou," meaning delicious. The baby interprets Umasou to be his name, and immediately cuddles Heart, believing him to be his father. And thus, the cuteness begins! After almost being eaten by some kind of... I'm sorry, what kind of dinosaur is that? The Devilsaurus? Anyway, Heart decides to teach Umasou how to defend himself, and after a really funky training montage, Heart decides it's time for Umasou to be on his own. Now I'm not gonna lie, I teared up when I saw this. Heart even made it into a game, that if Umasou beats him, they can stay together. But Heart ends up running the other way, and I'm okay. I just need a moment. Oh, I feel much better now. Anyway, Umasou keeps running, but runs into, yep, you guessed it, Gonza and his gang. Heart hears his calls and rushes towards the sound, and when he gets there, he sees Umasou in Gonza's mouth, and in that moment, Heart goes into a blind rage, beating up Gonza and his entire gang. Note to self, never make Heart angry. Now with Gonza and his gang defeated, Baku appears and exiles Heart from the plains, and warns him that if he returns, Heart would have to fight Baku. Now I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't want to mess with Baku. As Baku goes to see Bekan, the old Big Jaw, Bekan mentions that Heart reminds him of Baku when he was younger, and also mentions that Baku lost his egg, roughly around the time that Heart was found. A little clue for you there. Anyway, Heart runs from the plains, carrying the motionless Umasou. He stops to see if he's alright, and luckily, he is. So all of you out there who are worried, you can relax now. As time passed, Heart and Umasou eventually settled near the beach, where they became friends with a plesiosaur named Pero, who I think has a little crush on Heart. But unfortunately, their peacefulness couldn't last, as the birds had been telling Pero that something terrible would happen to Heart's old home on Egg Mountain. So Heart and Umasou rushed back home. They finally make it back to the plains, only to find that the forest is engulfed in fire. Heart rushes towards the herd, finds Light, and he tells him that their mother is at their old home, near the fire. Heart rushes towards the mountain and finds his mother safe and sound. He urges her to leave. She agrees and urges her children to come out and meet their big brother. Not exactly the perfect time for a family reunion, don't you think? But I digress. As Heart and his family headed down the mountain, they run into Baku, and Heart has no choice but to fight him. So what do you all think? Does Heart stand a chance? Well, it did seem like Heart was going to win, but Baku, using his sheer fighting experience, defeated our hero. But before he could deliver the final blow, Heart's mother crawled to his body and begged Baku to spare him. And he did. And in that moment, there was a glimmer in Baku's eye, which made Heart's mother wonder, is Baku Heart's father? Well, there are some similarities between them. They're both powerful fighters, they're roughly the same colour. Baku lost his egg and Heart was lost, so I'd have to say I'll leave that to you guys to decide. Anyway, as the fight disappeared, it was time for Heart and his family to go their separate ways. This was a really sad moment. As much as Heart wanted to stay, he knew he had to go. At least he won't be alone. He has Umasou. I love saying that. Umasou! Umasou! So what did I think of You Are Umasou? It's delightful. It's got everything. Heartwarming moments, funny moments, dramatic moments, a break-dancing ankylosaurus. What more could you want? It's definitely worth watching. I'm Peewee Dragon, and these were my thoughts on You Are Umasou. Umasou!